The movie Midnight Sun starts out with a young girl who lives in her house with her father somewhere in Washington State. Her name is Katie Price, and she has xeroderma pigmentosum, which is a rare genetic disease that forces her to stay out of the sunlight, cause sun rays can cause severe damage to her skin. There's a group of kids outside at Katie's house pointing at her window saying that she's a vampire because she obviously never comes out in the daylight because she can't. Next thing that happens is that Katie sees a young boy named Charlie skating on a skateboard past her house every day until teenage years. The narrator, older Katie, begins to talk about how she's had the biggest crush on Charlie ever since she saw him the first time skating past. She's obviously never met him, of course. But one of the young kids knocks on Katie's front door, and her father begins to tell her that what's wrong with her and says that she can't come out during the daytime. But this little girl, whose name is Morgan, demands to see her, and she says she'll be back later. After she did, Morgan became Katie's one and only best friend. Well, except of her dad, of course, because she was already always with her dad. Fast forward to present day, and teenage Katie is graduating from high school. Not only high school, but homeschooled. She's been homeschooled like her whole life, but her dad gives her mom's guitar that she used to play with her mom before her mom died when she was very young. Katie then begs her dad to go play her guitar at the local train station at night, which is when she does everything since she can't go anywhere during the day. As she's playing her guitar at the train station, Charlie, her crush, sees her and got struck by her singing. He goes up to talk to her, but then she freaks out with nerves and hurries up and packs up all of her stuff and runs home quick, accidentally leaving her journal that she writes everything in at the station. Charlie actually asks Morgan if she knows who Katie is, and Morgan arranges for Katie to pick up her journal from the station manager the next night. Only instead, it's Charlie that is there with her journal to surprise her. She's nervous again, but he convinces her to walk home and talk to him. A few days later, Katie texts Charlie to come to one of Morgan's coworkers' party, which actually turned out to be super lame. So Charlie ended up taking them to a popular girls' party that obviously liked Charlie the whole entire time, but everyone else could see that he clearly liked Katie. They end up dancing, and then eventually he invites her for a walk. Then they share their first kiss on a boat that Charlie is tasked with keeping up for the summer. They then go on several dates at night, of course, while she still tells them, "I'm busy throughout the day, but I'm free at night," instead of telling Charlie the actual truth of what she has. Charlie takes Katie on a surprise train date to Seattle, where they see a concert and walk around the city. Charlie then makes Katie play her guitar at the pier, and a crowd gathers to watch her. They take the train back home and end up going swimming into the night water. While laying on the beach, Charlie makes Katie realize it's almost time for sunlight. Katie then noticed her watch was broken, and she didn't get any messages from her dad, and her dad was freaking out, and Morgan was too. So she hurried up and grabbed her stuff and started running to her house and tried to beat the sunlight as she does. That Charlie's hurrying up and gets at her truck and runs and drives at her, and then they hop in while Katie's yelling at him to hurry home. And then as soon as he pulls in to the house, as she starts running and the sun has risen and it shines on her just for a few seconds, Morgan and Katie's dad, that has been freaking out when they get home at the same time they did, as Charlie being confused and not knowing what's going on, Morgan then tells her that Katie has XP and the sunlight can kill her. Katie goes to the doctor and is told her brain is contracting due to sun exposure and starts twitching. And soon, I'll be on. But she refuses to talk to Charlie, but Charlie done his research about XP to know what it is. At this time, Charlie has a swim meet to earn his scholarship and is motivated by Katie telling him to not give up on the swimming. Charlie is invited to Katie's house by Katie's dad. Then they gain back the relationship after Katie tries to break up with them because of her condition. Katie finally tells Charlie that she's watched him outside of her window for years and has always loved him. On another one of their dates, Charlie takes Katie to a recording studio so she can record one of her songs, even though she's getting sicker and weaker throughout the day. Getting help from musicians, she records a song called Charlie's Song that she wrote. Charlie then uploads the song on YouTube. Soon after, Charlie says he's going to clean up the boat one last time before the owners get back. Then Katie then begs her dad to let her go sailing out on the harbor with Charlie, even though she knows the sunlight is out. It's clear at this point that she's dying and that this is her dying wish. They go sailing, and then it shows flashbacks of their romance and what all they went through and everything. Then it finally shows Morgan, Charlie, and Katie's dad spreading Katie's ashes in the water where she used to play guitar with her mom. Charlie is then shown going to Berkeley for college to swim. Then he hears Charlie's song on the radio. Charlie then takes Katie's dad, having him to listen to that channel, and then has his whole office listen to the channel. Also, Charlie pulls over as the song is playing and reads the final letter Katie wrote him, and is in her journal that she left him through her dad, professing her gratitude and love there.